Imagine that you have been sent to prison. You have committed some very, very horrible crimes, and now you've been locked away, and even more than that, you have been given the sentence of execution. And the warden of the prison comes to you and says, "I'd like to find out what you would like for your last meal." What would you choose? What would you pick out to be your last meal? Would it be steak or lobster or twice-baked potato, or maybe something simple like some tacos and chocolate cake? It'd be kind of a tough choice to think about what would you want your last meal to be, but you'd want it to be something good. Definitely I'd go with chocolate cake for one of those options. I don't know what else I would choose if I knew it was going to be the last food I was going to eat. But it'd be something that I really wanted, something that I really, really liked. Then I think of Jesus. Jesus has his last meal with his disciples. On Maundy Thursday, we remember that Jesus gathered with his disciples, and they shared in the remembrance of the Passover meal, that meal that reminded him, his disciples, and the Jewish people of God's saving work in their life, leading them out of Egypt to the promised land. And so Jesus' last supper, the last meal that he has, isn't chocolate cake, it isn't steak and lobster. He doesn't choose something for himself, but he chooses a meal for us. He doesn't choose his favorite foods, but he chooses to give himself as food for life, for us. For he chooses to give his body as bread, broken for his people. He chooses to give his blood, poured out, to bring forgiveness, to cleanse the hearts, souls, minds, lives of his people, his disciples, his people for all time. Jesus doesn't choose something for himself, just to make himself feel like he's got a full belly. But he chooses something to fulfill his mission. His mission to bring salvation for you and for me. His mission to bring forgiveness. And he chooses, rather than to receive, he chooses to give. To give his body, and to give his blood, to give his life, so that we might have life and life everlasting, so that we might escape from the prison of our sins, that we might be set free from this cell that holds us in and drags us down. He has chosen to give his life as his last meal, so that we might have life, so that we might have life and enjoy the heavenly banquet for eternity.